Welcome back, warrior. We are on 1 Samuel chapter 4. The Israelites are smitten and defeated by the Philistines, who also capture the ark of God. Eli's sons are slain. Eli dies in an accident, and his daughter-in-law dies in childbirth. Wow, so many sad things for Eli's poor family, right? But it's what the Lord said because of what Eli's sons had been doing, right? Okay, and it says, and the word of Samuel came to all Israel. Now Israel went out against the Philistines to battle and pitched beside Ebenezer, and the Philistines pitched in Aphek. And the Philistines put themselves in array against Israel, and when they joined battle, Israel was smitten before the Philistines, and they slew of the army in the field about 4,000 men. Oh, I just realized I didn't ever start my walk, and I'm already past a mile. So that's sad. Okay. So Israel was smitten. So about 4,000 men were smitten. Okay, so the word of Samuel had begun to spread throughout Israel, yet the people were still learning what it meant to truly trust the Lord. When Israel was defeated by the Philistines, the elders rightly asked, wherefore hath the Lord smitten us, right? So this is in verse 3. It says, and when the people were come into the camp, the elders of Israel said, wherefore hath the Lord smitten us today before the Philistines? Let us fetch the ark of the covenant of the Lord out of Shiloh unto us, that when it cometh among us, it may save us out of the hand of our enemies. Okay, so now that seems like they're doing a little bit of idolatry, thinking that the ark of the covenant itself is going to help. So the people sent to Shiloh, that they might bring from thence the ark of the covenant of the Lord of hosts, which dwelleth between the cherubims. And the two sons of Eli, Hophni and Phinehas, were there with the ark of the covenant of God. Yeah, sad, because they were the ones not doing good things. And when the ark of the covenant of the Lord came into the camp, all Israel shouted with a great shout, so that the earth rang again. And they thought it was like a good luck charm or something. And when the Philistines heard the noise of the shout, they said, what meaneth the noise of this great shout in the camp of the Hebrews? And they understood that the ark of the Lord was come into the camp. And the Philistines were afraid, for they said, God is come into the camp. And they said, woe unto us, for there hath not been such a thing heretofore. Woe unto us, who shall deliver us out of the hand of these mighty gods? These are the gods that smote the Egyptians with all the plagues in the wilderness. Be strong and quit yourselves like men, O ye Philistines, that ye be not servants unto the Hebrews, as they have been to you. Quit yourselves like men and fight. Okay, apparently the word quit does not mean what it does now. So quit means act. So quit yourselves like men means act with courage. Because nowadays, if we were to try to tell somebody to quit, that means stop doing what you're doing. Right? So the battle continued. And seems the word of Samuel had begun to spread throughout Israel, yet the people were just learning, right? Okay, so then instead of seeking the Lord's will, they chose their own solution to bring the Ark of the Covenant into the camp. And the Ark is a symbol of God's presence, had become to them more of an object than a relationship, right? When it arrived, of course, Israel shouted, placing their confidence in its presence rather than in renewed faith and obedience. So, right, that kind of reminds us like that of Egypt and the gods there and the idols that they worshipped. But meanwhile, the Philistines were fearing when they heard that, of course. And there's a quote from President Uchtdorf, says, it is not enough merely to speak of Jesus Christ or proclaim that we are his disciples. It is not enough to surround ourselves with symbols of our religion. End quote. The Way of the Disciple, April 2009 General Conference. True discipleship comes as we seek the Lord himself and align our hearts and actions with him. Not just outward symbols like how the Israelites were trying to use the ark, right, of the covenant, but inward through our relationship. Okay. Verse 10, and the Philistines fought, and Israel was smitten, and they fled every man into his tent. And there was a very great slaughter, for there fell of Israel 30,000 footmen. And the ark of God was taken, and the two sons of Eli, Hophni and Phinehas, were slain. And there ran a man of Benjamin out of the army and came to Shiloh the same day with his clothes rent and with the earth upon his head. And when he came, lo, Eli sat upon the seat by the wayside, watching, for his heart trembled for the ark of God. And when the man came into the city and told it, all the city cried out. And when Eli heard the noise of the crying, he said, what meaneth the noise of this tumult? And the man came in hastily and told Eli. Now Eli was 98 years old, and his eyes were dim, that they could not see. And the man said unto Eli, I am he that came out of the army, and I fled today out of the army. And he said, what is there done, my son? And the messenger answered and said, Israel is fled before the Philistines, and there hath been also a great slaughter among the people. And thy two sons also, Hophni and Phinehas, are dead, and the ark of God is taken. And it came to pass, when he made mention of the ark of God, that he fell from off the seat backwards by the side of the gate, and his neck brake, and he died. For he was an old man and heavy, and he had judged Israel 40 years. Okay, so he died because of the news of his sons dying and the ark being gone. And his daughter-in-law, Phinehas' wife, was with child. Oh, it's Phinehas' wife? And Phinehas was doing all that stuff with the ladies? That's bad. She must have some betrayal trauma. But anyway, near to be delivered. And when she heard the tidings that the ark of God was taken, and that her father-in-law and her husband were dead, she bowed herself and travailed, for her pains came upon her. And about the time of her death, the women that stood by her said unto her, fear not, for thou hast borne a son. But she answered not, neither did she regard it. And she named the child Ichabod, saying, the glory is departed from Israel, because the ark of God was taken, and because of her father-in-law and her husband. And she said, the glory is departed from Israel, for the ark of God is taken. Shabbat? That's pretty sad. Okay, so that is it because the ark is gone and the battle is lost. So it's kind of sad. So let's keep reading, see what happens, okay? So that's it for 1 Samuel chapter 4. Until 1 Samuel chapter 5. Stay strong, warrior.